Hey Earth signs, thank you so much for coming to check out the love messages for October 2018. If you're new to my channel, my name is Steph. And if you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for all the support, guys. I send so much love and gratitude. And I would really appreciate it if you let me know by hitting the thumbs up button if you like this reading and show your support for the video. And I may do an additional love reading for the individual signs. So we're going to look at past, present and future energies around earth signs with the Rider-Waite deck. We're also going to take a soul lesson card and a psychic tarot from the heart card. I'll also leave a link in the description for the meditative music that is in the background, so hopefully I remember. So let's see past, present and future energies for earth signs around love. It's a very interesting time with Venus going into retrograde in Scorpio. So at the bottom of the deck we have the Four of Pentacles. So yes, this is the Miser card, okay? So this card talks about the unwillingness to let go. And this is either to a relationship, a mindset, a job, friendships, partnerships that are no longer in your highest good. This is like the hoarder energy where you have so much material and you're focusing constantly on the material that your heart becomes closed off. You become unable to find balance and moderation and compromise because you wanted your way or the highway, so you may be very stuck on a belief system, or you may be unwilling to let go of something here, whatever that manifests to you. But the Four of Pentacles would represent holding tightly to a belief system, to a relationship, or to a way of doing things that's causing you to feel very burdened and heavy because you're constantly having to drag this around with you. But it's also your energy, so there is the need to definitely stand strong in your own beliefs, but be willing to open a dialogue and broaden your horizons, broaden your perspective, open your mind to different possibilities, different ways of doing things. What are you holding on to that no longer serves you is the card, the message in this card. So in the past we had the Knight of Swords energy. So this is Gemini, Libra, Aquarian energy. So there may have been a traveling. You may have been traveling for educational purposes. You may have been gathering information, doing research. This is very much a time of gathering information, and the Knight of Swords is very eager, very fast-paced energy. They like to use the intellect and the mind to drive their experiences, to drive their motivations. So they're very they're driven by knowledge and information here, and it can represent the student card. So it's definitely a time, there was a time in the past here where you had to get into student mode and do research, gather information. This could be about anything. This could be around a love relationships, like watching love readings, looking up soulmates and twin flame information. It can also be gathering information on spiritual practices, spiritual teachings. So you get the gist. And the Knight of Swords can represent fast-paced communication and communication coming in suddenly, for sure. But it also can represent like the double agent. So somebody who gathers information and uses that information against their enemies that thought that it was their allies. So it may not have been time to use the information, but it certainly was time to gather this information for sure. So doing research, maybe you were researching on ways to let go, to release and things like that for sure. And now we have the Knight of Cups energy. So in the past you could have definitely been dealing with harsh communication, like very passive aggressive energy here. There may have been arguments going on, and this could have been with somebody that was kind of in and out. They come, they say what they have to say, and they're gone again, and they don't really care what their words. And it's the mindfulness of the impact somebody's words can have, either on a negative or a positive way for sure. And it could have been a little bit of tit for tat energy. So in the present moment, with the Knight of Cups energy, you're ready to move on an emotional level here, which is really, really great, guys. So you definitely may have done research around healing the heart chakra, how to call in your soulmate or twin flame. You may be traveling a lot, or you may be traveling for love, going on a date, things like that. You may also be going traveling to heal here, a spiritual, emotional retreat here to heal. And I just heard like an alarm or okay. So ultimately, the Knight of Cups represents somebody who is opening themselves up. They're moving towards love. So they're understanding the power of compassion, of understanding, of gratitude, and the power of love in their lives, and how when you move forward with love as your primary focus here, where you can exercise compassion and understanding, you can be really quite empathic as well, and you may be realizing this, and you may also be going and having you may be expressing yourself on an emotional level. You may be going to like a seminar or a counselor or a group session, and this puts you into a position where you can share your emotional experiences with people. But ultimately this brings about movement. So there is an offer that you want to extend, or an offer coming towards you for someone. Somebody is starting to open themselves up on an emotional level, and now they understand the value of give and take, the value of compassion and understanding, and the value of coming from a place of love. And the Page of Swords, wow guys, you have a lot of people here. Like, I mean, we're gone from the Knight to the Page of Swords. So now the Page of Swords to me can represent that, I mean, you may be communicating with a younger air sign. There may be some traveling to go towards a child, or you may be being called to work with children here, and you're doing research around this. So the Page of Swords and the Knight of Swords are both energies of gathering information, being the student, researching different avenues, researching different areas, and there may be very much a call to work with younger teenagers or children. Some of you could definitely listening to your divine guidance, any inspirational ideas and thoughts. So always pay close attention to your thoughts and your feelings at this time, because you're gaining direct divine guidance, and ultimately you're being called here to let go of anything that no longer serves you and to follow your heart here. There is more information that's needed, but you're opening up your heart, and you're finally following that path, which is ultimately bringing you to you're aligning yourself with your life purpose, your soul mission. So you may be asking about your soul mission, your life purpose, and this ultimately, I mean, for even though this is a love reading, it will always come back to you. So there could be a younger air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, or somebody who's really immature, and you're now following your heart and moving on. So there may be communication coming back in from this person that you were dealing with in the past, somebody who was very fleecy and argumentative, but now they may be stalking, they may be gathering information, or they may come across as being immature or prematurely communicating when they don't have all the facts for some reason. But ultimately, I do feel like to unlock love in all areas of your life, it's about following in your heart and connecting with your divine guidance, trusting in that, and taking the steps towards it for sure. So now we're going to look at the soul lesson card. Grief. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. Appreciation. So you might have lost something that you held very tightly to, and now you're definitely experiencing this energy. I'm trying to get it to focus. So I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. So remember, not taking things for granted, not taking people for granted. And as I said, showing your appreciation and gratitude for those people that are in your life, that are supporting you on an emotional level and helping you to heal and grow and understand the experiences. Whoa. So fire signs just had this card as well, and it's the Master card, or it's the Move card. So this is the Chariot card in the Rider-Waite deck, and it talks about taking action, moving forward. You've been the one that takes the lead, takes the direction in your relationships. So we're going to read the message directly from the book, guys. So the message reads, keywords: act, direct, master, discipline, focus, effort. Now is the time to be proactive regarding matters of the heart. If you're looking for a relationship, take the initiative to find one. Take advantage of many ways to meet your soulmate. This card is about action, action, action. If your current relationship is not moving in the direction you wish, do whatever is required to shift the direction. You're the master of your own destiny, and that includes your relationships. Don't wait for others to make the first move or to set the tone of the relationship. Take charge. So just a reminder that Venus is going into retrograde, so any new relationships that may begin at this time, if you do end up meeting someone new, take it very, very slowly, guys, because Venus retrograde can definitely cloud your perception. And also you might be very drawn to somebody or really repelled to somebody, so it'll either be you hate them or you love them, and you just remember that that's the Venus retrograde energy, not exactly what's going on. So creating and sustaining a good relationship requires discipline. It's not enough to be in a relationship. You must invest in it as well. Be present in and focus on the relationship. Give every relationship the opportunity and time that it needs and deserves to flourish and grow. Now is the time to focus on your needs and the needs of your partner. Make the effort to maintain healthy boundaries for yourself and to respect the boundaries of others. While rewarding relationships require effort, there must be a balanced effort from both partners. Perhaps it's time to examine your relationships. Are both partners putting forth equal effort to make the relationship work? Are you comfortable with the amount of effort your relationships require of you? If any relationship feels draining or it's not worth the effort, then perhaps it's time to move on. So the affirmation is, I take charge of my relationships. I take charge of my relationships. So I hope and I trust this helped in some way, guys. And as I said, I'd love if you hit the thumbs up button and showed your appreciation. And I hope you come back for your next reading. Take care.